Hey, so my friend Walter, he said that I had a very interesting perspective on money. And he asked me a question that I think would help a lot of people. And this is Mira, and I'm Sharon. And today I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about um, how money isn't something that is necessarily outside of ourselves. It materializes here in the physical realm from the spiritual realm, from our energy. I believe that, essentially we are all energy bodies that are just kind of inhabiting this meat suit, right? And I'm also Christian, so I believe that the energy of the Creator is in all living things, which means that the energy of God is within you, it's within me, it's within a tree, it's within a rock. And with that being said, that's how we are all connected. And it's also why we all have inherent meow. We all have inherent worth. You are born with worth. You don't have to earn worth. You are already worthy. Your energy is already worthy. And his question was, so do we have to, put in the work to earn money? And I replied to him and said that there are people that already get money without doing anything. So if you believe that you have to work hard and, pretty much tire yourself out to get money, then that's your reality. But if you believe that you can get money without doing that hard work, then that's also possible for you as well. It's all about our perception. It's how we think about money. It's how we see money. It's how we see ourselves and our energy and our own worth. People who struggle with self-worth, sometimes they also struggle with finances as well, because they don't believe that they deserve it, that they haven't earned it. And you don't necessarily have to earn it. There are people who get money simply by just being. They get checks for Social Security or retirement or a pension, or, they might not be able to work, but they still get money because they're disabled, because they still have needs, and their needs are met by the Creator, by the collective conscious of all of us. Because essentially, you, me, the trees, every living thing has got energy in it. So God is going to take care of God. God is going to take care of you. God is going to take care of the birds and the trees. So when you realize that and you begin to trust that, you start to see that show up into your reality more. There have been times where I have received money in very unexpected ways, but I trusted that the Creator was going to provide for me. And that's why I was able to receive that money in those unexpected ways. For example, when I was sick with COVID in 2020, I was off work for about 3 months. And I had a mortgage to pay, I had bills to pay, I have a child to raise, I had groceries to get, and everything ended up turning out okay for me. I didn't lapse on any of my bills. I was actually, after I went back to work, I was reimbursed for unemployment for the time that I had off. It took me a while for me to get it, but when I got it, it reestablished the money that I had spent while I was off. That was my savings. And I even had extra money left over, and I took that money and I ended up going to massage school to become a Reiki master and a massage therapist. So sometimes these things happen and we think that we're being derailed when we're actually being put onto a more aligned path with where God needs us to be within our flow state. And once we enter our flow state, things start happening, doors start opening, and you don't have to worry as much the more that you see these things happening, because you know that God has made a way before when there didn't seem to be a way. You get to a point in your vibration where suddenly it shows up. Sometimes there are things that are hidden from our sight, from our intuition, because God wants us to trust. He wants us to know that He's going to take care of us and that we don't have to worry. I mean, there are so many times in my life where I have been so worried about how things are going to turn out, and even though I trusted, I worried. And when it all ended up panning out, then I look back at it and I go, why did I worry so much? So now I'm at a point where I don't worry as much about what's going to happen in my life. I don't worry as much about how I'm going to make ends meet, because I know if I can see a timeline where that thing belongs to me, where that thing is happening for me, then I can align with that. That God has a way for me to get there. And what I try to focus my energy on is aligning with that version of myself. And when I do that, and I take divinely inspired action, then things start to unfold and they start to unravel, and I start to see a way more clearly of how that's going to materialize into my physical reality. But it takes trust. It takes a discipline of your thoughts and your emotions and how you're speaking about things. You know, a lot of us were taught that we have to work hard to earn a lot of money, but there are a lot of people who are making a lot of money on passive income. There are a lot of people who are making so much more money and they're not breaking their back nearly as much. But I think a lot of it has to do with the knowledge that we have and the mindsets that we have, and being able to unravel those limiting beliefs within our subconscious mind. So that is what I have for you today. I'm going to end this here because this video is getting kind of long, but I just wanted to explain that to you guys. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to see you next time. Have a great night.